Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. You're wondering why I probably have this on? It's actually from a previous video I just made. I might keep it on if it looks cute. You probably don't think it is, but it looks cute to me. So, Animal Crossing review. I know I already opened it, but if you guys are curious on how I think, if I like this or not, stay tuned. So, I got the case because I didn't want it to drop and I take it a lot of places. So that's why I got it. This is how it looks like. Oh my gosh, it looks so bad. This might just be a story time instead of a review. I just want to say the decoration and that is worth it for me because I never had a Nintendo Switch before and I saved up to get it, so I'm kind of blessed that I was able to get this. And let's talk about the story time since I'm talking about that. So funny thing is, this got released on March 13th, the same time we were about to go into quarantine. And I'm gonna go like this so you guys can see. You guys can see? Okay. So, oh my gosh, my stomach. I was not prepared. So this happened during the same time we were going to quarantine, and I'm sorry. Wait, I forget just so this is the same time we went to quarantine, and you know how this got released on March 13th. I looked online and I don't know why, but my go-to was to go to Best Buy and buy it. Don't do that. Do not go to Best Buy when there is Target, Walmart, and places that people don't usually go to buy devices like this. Because Best Buy, if I wanted to go to Best Buy, I would either buy this, a camera, a laptop, that type of stuff. So I kind of made the worst decision to the first place to buy something at Best Buy. So on March 13th, I looked at Best Buy and it was out. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna go buy it. I'm gonna go buy it. But I didn't because I was didn't have money at the time. Because I didn't have money at the time, but I was also saving. And I was waiting for my tax return because my tax return, I was gonna save but use some of it to add into what I wanted to buy, because usually I save. I have two types of savings for future emergencies, and one to buy something I really want because I'm in college and you just can't just buy stuff. It's even hard to buy clothes for me sometimes. So it was hard. It was crazy that I even got this. So when we I always say that on stories but when I looked online for Best Buy, because I don't go in the store, I look online to make sure before I go in the store. It was sold out and I was like, oh my gosh. And this was in the afternoon, the same day. I looked in the morning, it was still there. I looked at Walmart, it was still there. And I was like, yo, why is it already out of stock? And I was like, dang, I probably won't be able to get the Animal Crossing Switch anymore. And I was like, wow, that kind of sucks because I really wanted to, buy this. And I was upset, I was sad because I never had a Nintendo Switch. I was a totally gamer in middle school and kind of high school. I was really busy with school for some reason, and I started to work in high school too, so I wasn't able to be a gamer as I used to, and typical stuff. And then so getting a Nintendo Switch meant a lot to me. So yeah, even though they're expensive, for what though? The games are expensive. I probably will only have 3 games until next year. Expensive. So I don't even know how I got 3 games. It must have been on sale. So I'm trying to remember. I didn't have to return memory. It's late, sorry. So it was sold out, so I legit thought I wouldn't be able to get a Animal Crossing Switch at all. I thought it was over. I wasn't gonna get net. It was gone empty. My friend we went to Target, we went to Best Buy, and then we had to go home, so we weren't able to look anymore. And we went to GameStop. GameStop was the second place I went to after Best Buy. Do not go to GameStop either if you guys have a GameStop there, because I don't think they were even planning to sell the Animal Crossing Switch as a huge supply. Well, it wasn't a huge supply, but I don't think they were planning at all to tell anyone that they had it. And I know people go to game places first, like GameStop, to get it. So I know that was Not a smart move to even go ask because I knew it was already gone. So just the two places, if you ever see something getting released, do not go to Best Buy or GameStop. Your best bet is going to Target because no one like really goes to Target to buy games like that. And if they do, like it's not a lot. And Walmart, because you know Walmart, you know we go there for food and clothes and stuff like that. You know, chargers and stuff. So I looked online. And I was like, dang, it's empty. And I looked at Walmart and there was like one in stock and it was gone. And I kept looking at Walmart and I was like, and I was like in my head, like before I looked at Walmart, I was like in my head, I was like, there has to be a way to get this Animal Crossing Switch because I live in a small town and I know like there's gamers, but there's like no way that everyone was going just for this like Pacific Switch because people bought, like, you know, people already had the Switch for a while and the Switch been out for a while, so I was like, there's no way people specifically waited to get this one, but you know, we all did. But I looked online and I had my location set to like somewhere out of state and it told me it was like out of stock, and I didn't notice until like the next morning. So this is the next day after the thing got released. So obviously in your head, like rationally, you're like, oh, it's sold out, like it's gone, like there's none, like there's not gonna be any Switches the next day, you know, you had to get it the same day. And funny thing is, I looked online. This was the last time I was like, I'm just check one more time. Like I had enough money to get it. Like I just really wanted it because we're going in quarantine and y'all was gonna be really bored because spring break started right when quarantine was like starting. So I was like, fudge, like this is gonna suck. I'm gonna be so bored. I'm so bored, and this is all I wanted this year. Like I wasn't planning on doing anything this year. I just wanted this game to play on my free time. I don't really usually play as much as I do now because I started online school and I'm in my harder classes because I'm a CS major. So basically, once I'm done with this quarter, I can play in the summer, but I'm also doing like research in the summer, so you know how that is. So basically this was just for my like entertainment purposes to play when I actually had free time, and I'm getting more free time because of quarantine, so I'm like kind of happy about that, but like also like, you know, quarantine kind of thing, like skeptical, like what is going on, like the same thing we're all going through. So what did I always ramble, but so I looked online and I finally changed it to my location because I didn't notice it wasn't on my location the whole time. And I looked and I was like, it didn't say in stock. This is what it said. It says something like in-store pickup only. And I was like, in-store pickup only? Like that's interesting. Like does that mean it's there? Like does that mean it's there? Like I was like, does that mean this is there? So I texted my friend and we both like went to go check because I didn't want to go by myself for some reason because like the quarantine was going on. Like this is like post quarantine, like this is when people are running out to get toilet paper and like groceries at the same time, so everything was packed. Like this was the time where we're all wearing, like everything was shutting down, like the governor was like, we are staying home, staying healthy type thing. So like, you know, the first thing I was going for in a funny way, because we already, like my mom, like we were, like I already had to grab like toilet paper and stuff for groceries, but I wasn't gonna grab it to the next day because of due to everyone at the grocery store, because I didn't want to wait in line. It was just not a cool thing to wait in line for like groceries like that, because there was just like a lot of like people that were like kind of like rude and stuff. So I was like, I'm just gonna wait until like either I go like super early in the morning or like super late at night. So the grocery thing like was not on my mind because I know I had to get it done anyway. So that day I went straight in there and I was like, hey, do you guys have the Animal Crossing Switch? You know, like, do you have it? And funny, like, did you know there's two of them, right? There's one girl and one guy. Relates to the story. So the girl was like, no, that was sold out. Like that's sold out. Like that's sold out. Like no, we don't have it. And I was like, I was like about to cry because legit on the website is like in-store pickup, and I was like, that means, and I was rushing it as we were going and walking in Walmart, like just in case, because I don't want to be that person like, oh, can you check in the bag? Because like I worked in food service, and like there's super sweet people, and then just some people that like don't understand, like don't understand to the point where like ooh, like, you know, that type of thing. Like I don't want to talk about that. That's a whole nother story time if you guys want to listen to me working in food service. So anyways, she was like, no, slow down. And the guy was like, hold on, like a superhero. He was like, he flipped his hair. I don't think he flipped his hair, but he was like, hold on, let me check in the back. And I was like, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. So I was like, oh my gosh, did he really just do it? Like, I was about to cry because like he could have just been like, no, like, you know how workers, because you know, like, you know, I'm not saying they're not obligated, but like, you know, if they say, like, if they were there yesterday, they're like, oh yeah, it was sold out, it was sold out. But he's like, let me go check in the back. And I was like, oh, I was like, thank you. I was like, please stay there. And like a few minutes later, I was like to the girl, because I was like, oh yeah, like, I was like, yeah, because like I wanted to, you know, because I wasn't, at the time I wasn't thinking like, oh, like, you know, like that's weird, like she's saying that stuff. But I was like, I was just telling her like to show like, oh yeah, like on the website, it says it's still in stock, like that's crazy, right? And she doesn't even respond to me, and I'm like, oh, okay, that's awkward, like weird, seems like weird. Because at the time I was just like excited, so I was like, oh my gosh, like that's so cool, like da 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 da. And then like when I think back on it, I'm like, it was kind of weird, like, you know, I was acting that way. So he comes back with the box, and that's when I'm like, like this, like they must have shipped this box the next day. Like I think they probably got a late shipment of the Animal Crossing thing or something. Like maybe they just didn't take it out because of the quarantine mess. And then he came out, he opened the box, and let me tell you, there was 4 to 5 Switches in this box, and I was like, yes! I was like, yes! So I was like, oh my gosh, I did it. And I was like, yes, it's so amazing, I get to get it. And he was just like, yeah, you know, there's something special about it, right? He was like, it's just a design. And I was like, yeah, but the point was, when this Nintendo Switch first came out, I really wanted it, but I didn't want to buy it because at the time I was graduating high school and I was working like, oh my gosh, like almost 40 hours, like, and I was full-time student, and I had to like pay bills and stuff, like just crazy stuff. And I wanted to like, I like decided to move out for a year, didn't even stay in my apartment. If you guys want to hear that story, I never stayed in my apartment. That was like a waste of investment. I could have saved all that money. Like it was like cheap, but I ended up moving back with my mom, and that's how, you know, this is how like today's time, like there's so much more to that. Like do not like just take that and like remember that, because like there's so much more than just like me doing that. There's just so much. Like I even went to Japan during those times twice, 18, 19. I went conferences, STEM related stuff, research, like all that stuff that led up to now. So I was like, yeah, design, like blessed. I got this Nintendo Switch, I paid for that, I paid for the warranty, and I ran out that store during the quarantine time. That was funny. So just say like I'm super blessed, like I'm glad I got it, because I've been wanting the Nintendo Switch like for so long, and like I felt like it was a sign to buy like the Animal Crossing, because like it was like just like in a like perfect timing, because I like always have a list of stuff like I want to do or like I want to buy in the future. It's never immediate, because like, you know, it's like a want and not a need. So like, oh, you know, if I have a chance, if I have enough money, if I save this amount and I have like this leftover, I'll be able to buy myself something I want. I was just like super blessed with that. Sorry, I'm recording on my phone and I keep getting notifications, so I'm like, who is messaging me? So I'm like super blessed with that. So that's my story, getting the Animal Crossing Switch. And I have Animal Crossing New Horizons. If you guys want to add me on there, you can just put your friend code down below if you guys are interested in like talking to me. That's pretty much it. Like I don't want to like bring the whole thing over because it's plugged into like my TV, and I don't want to like take it out and stuff. But hey, that was like my crazy story of getting the Nintendo Switch, and my review of it is perfect. It's perfect. I wish they had more gigabytes, because you have to buy like an SD card for it. What else? I don't know how New Crossing's lit. I like the design aspect, but my village looks so freaking bad. What else about the Animal Switch? I think that's it. Like I wish there was more games for it, because Animal Crossing is like the tank. It's like the tank for the Switch. I don't think anyone would buy a Switch or a Lite if they didn't have Animal Crossing New Horizons. I am sorry, Nintendo, but you should kind of step up. I know like it's a bad time for you guys to step right now, because we're all like not trying to spend that much, but we did kind of on these. But hopefully in the future, because I'm waiting for Rune Factory 5. I love the Rune Factory series. I played Rune Factory as a kid and I didn't know really how to play, so I ended up returning it. But when Rune Factory 3 came out, I bought that best one. Rune Factory 4, I know they have a boy and a girl gender, but nothing caps Rune Factory 3. Those memories ingrained in your head. I bet if you play Rune Factory 4, go to Rune Factory 3 and just like immerse yourself in the story, and then play Rune Factory 4 again, and you'll realize like, wow, Rune Factory 4 slaps because of like the storyline. But I feel like the storyline went kind of too fast in Rune Factory 4, because let me tell you right now, I beat that game so fast. You know how I beat it? And I know this is like, I guess I could have played it the right way, but since I was, you know, a pro Rune Factory 3, Rune Factory 4 is a breeze, because all you have to do is get an animal and let the animal fight for you in those dungeons, because they're stronger, and you can literally cheat your whole way through the game. That's what I did. I know, so bad. I don't think I ended up, I think I did ended up marrying them already, but I don't think I had kids with them, because you have to wait for the like years to go by. So I started playing. I should go back. I know I'm so bad. Or I can get on here, but I think I prefer it on the 3DS. But I have the 2DS, so I'll just play it on there, because it was just more memorable on there than it would be on here. So that's my story. I know it's rambling on, but I hope it was interesting to some of you guys about my experience in the Nintendo Switch and like my review, my half-day review. Nothing really more about showing you this. I guess I could show you guys my screen real quick, so I could say I done something. That's how it looks like. Maybe I can show you guys my friend code real quick, so I'll have to type it in the description box if you guys wanted to add me. Ooh, I never forget. I always forget to exit out of the freaking thing. I don't know, sorry my screen is dirty. My niece grabs my Nintendo Switch and like plays it, and I don't want her to play it just because this thing is kind of fragile. Like, I'm not gonna lie, this thing is kind of fragile sometimes, and she's the right type, like if she doesn't win a game, she drops the console, and I did not want that to happen. Like, I would like cry. So these are my games. Stardew Valley. Once Animal Crossing came out, I never played Stardew Valley ever again. I feel so bad because I don't feel like I'll get the same excitement as Animal Crossing. No hate. So here's this. Here's what my friend code is. I'm gonna screenshot that. So yeah, I hope you guys like this review. I hope it was fun. If this was irritating you, I'm sorry. This was like for another YouTube video. I know I'm gonna with an LOL sticker, but it's the reason why I went viral on TikTok. If you guys want to see that last video, how I got 1.6 million views, please do. So thank you guys. I hope you guys have any questions or like any other videos you guys want me to review, please do. Like, I do not mind. Like, I am trying to get a lot of content out there just because I have a lot of stuff I want to see, and I finally have the time to, because it's like this whole pandemic is like a weird like twisted way of us being able to do these things we finally want to, but it's a good way to finally realize what you want to do in life, and how like your life can just be taken away like so fast. So I'm blessed that that a lot of people were able to see like what they truly wanted. So do what you truly want. If you want to be a YouTuber, TikToker, influencer, I would recommend do it now. No matter how much time you have, you're busy with college, work. I go to college and I work, and I still want to find time to go do TikTok and this, because it means a lot to me. Yeah, and I hope I can do more in the future. So thank you guys for watching, and I hope you guys have a nice day. Bye.